B-list actress Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, are not going to be pleased when they find this out.
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all.
Spare no expense. We are not going to be intimidated into settling.
She played with fire, and now she got burned. This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
They're done, and it's no wonder everyone avoided them like the plague.
Then there's Deadpool co-star TJ Miller, who didn't hold back in an interview. When asked if he'd ever work with Ryan again, his response was a firm no.
I think after he got super famous from the first Deadpool, then, yeah, things kind of changed. I think he was like, you guys see, would I work with him again? No.
No.
I would not work with him
that
again.
much, but you felt it coming from him.
Everybody did. That's why it was awkward. Everybody was like, why is Ryan doing this? And the other weird thing is like, maybe he got, I think he's kind of an insecure dude. He's really nice, but I mean, his Twitter bio is showing you the parts of me that tested the best in focus groups. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure that he's joking. I think that might actually be his real sentiment there.
Not even for double the paycheck. According to TJ, Ryan wasn't just difficult. He deliberately belittled him on set, making passive-aggressive comments to remind everyone who the bigger star was. It wasn't just TJ who noticed. Crew members could sense the awkwardness, the friendly, charming Ryan Reynolds that fans adore. TJ Miller suggested it's all an act. And then there's Rebecca Ferguson, who shared a chilling story about an abusive co-star.
I did a film with an absolute idiot of a co-star, and this human being was being so insecure and angry because this person couldn't get the scenes out. And I think I was so vulnerable and uncomfortable that I got screamed at. And I would cry walking off set. This person would literally look at me in front of the whole crew and say, "You call yourself an actor, this is what I have to work with. What is this?" And I stood there just breaking. This happens. But because this person was number one on a call sheet, there was no safety net for me. So no one had my back. And I remember the next day I walked on and I said, "You get off my set." And it's the first time I've ever...
While she never named names, she described an actor who screamed at her in front of the entire crew, mocked her acting, and made her cry on set. It got so bad that she refused to even look at him while filming. When Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson publicly praised her for standing up to this unnamed actor, fans started connecting the dots. And speculation exploded that she was talking about none other than Ryan Reynolds. But Ryan's alleged toxicity doesn't stop on set. His personal relationships have also raised eyebrows, especially when it comes to his controlling behavior. Blake Lively has always been known as Hollywood's sweetheart, effortlessly glamorous, effortlessly likable. But in a shocking turn of events, she found herself at the center of a $400 million lawsuit. It all started with Justin Baldoni, who accused Blake of defamation, extortion, and attempting to hijack his movie project. While details of the case remain murky, one thing is clear. This wasn't just a petty Hollywood feud. The lawsuit is massive, and the allegations suggest something far more sinister than a simple dispute. Blake had previously accused Baldoni of harassment, but when he fired back with a lawsuit of this scale, it made people wonder, was she telling the truth?
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon, but it's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
Or was there something bigger at play? Something she was desperately trying to cover up? And that's not the only controversy surrounding Blake. Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively's love story seemed straight out of a romantic movie, but beneath the surface, there are whispers that Ryan's controlling nature has played a major role in his relationships. Take his ex-wife, Scarlett Johansson. When asked about why their marriage fell apart, she didn't hold back. While she didn't name Ryan directly, she said she hated jealousy and controlling behavior in relationships, and hinted that passive-aggressive jealousy ruined everything. It's no secret that during their marriage, Scarlett's career skyrocketed. She was landing massive roles in the Marvel Universe, while Ryan was struggling to find a breakthrough. Insiders claim he couldn't handle her being more successful than him, and that insecurity led to the collapse of their marriage. Then there's how he met Blake. Ryan and Blake met on the set of Green Lantern, while Ryan was still married to Scarlett. Their chemistry was undeniable, but it wasn't long before Ryan's marriage fell apart, and he suddenly found himself in a new romance with Blake. Was it a coincidence, or was it part of a pattern? One that reveals Ryan's insecurities, control issues, and inability to handle strong women in Hollywood? Ryan Reynolds may be one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors, but not everyone is a fan. Morena Baccarin, his co-star from Deadpool, was a major part of the first movie until she was mysteriously sidelined in the sequel. Rumors say it wasn't just a creative decision, but that she clashed with Ryan behind the scenes and was quietly pushed out. Jake Gyllenhaal, once one of Ryan's closest friends, now refuses to even mention his name. Their friendship went from inseparable to non-existent, leading many to wonder, what happened? Quentin Tarantino has openly dismissed Ryan as nothing more than a well-paid actor with zero quality projects. Chris Columbus, the director of Home Alone, was furious when Ryan tried to pitch a stoner comedy reboot of the franchise. He shut it down immediately, calling it an insult to cinema. Even Gerard Butler took a shot at Ryan, saying he doesn't watch Ryan Reynolds movies. With so many industry insiders distancing themselves, one has to wonder, has Ryan burned too many bridges? With so many celebrities speaking out, it's becoming harder to ignore the cracks in Ryan and Blake's public persona. Hollywood has a long history of covering up toxic behavior, protecting stars who bring in big money. But when the same allegations start piling up, from different people, over the years, it's impossible to dismiss them as mere rumors. Ryan Reynolds is still a box office draw. Blake Lively is still considered one of Hollywood's most stylish and influential actresses. But behind the smiles, the jokes, and the seemingly flawless marriage, what's the real story? Are they Hollywood's ultimate power couple, or are they just playing a role, hiding behind the illusion of perfection while the industry slowly turns against them? For years, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have been hailed as Hollywood's picture-perfect couple. Charming, hilarious, and seemingly untouchable. Their playful social media banter, their red carpet moments, and their status as one of Hollywood's most beloved power couples have made them fan favorites. But what if that flawless image was nothing more than an illusion? Lately, the whispers have turned into full-blown accusations. A-list directors, former co-stars, and industry insiders are breaking their silence. Allegations of jealousy, manipulation, and even behind-the-scenes bullying have surfaced, threatening to shatter the fairy tale Hollywood has sold us. And if the rumors are true, Ryan and Blake may not be the people we thought they were. But how did we get here? What are they hiding? And why are so many people in Hollywood suddenly speaking out? Let's dive into the shocking truth behind Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Ryan Reynolds might play the lovable, quick-witted hero on screen, but behind the cameras, it's a different story. His Deadpool director, Tim Miller, once saw potential in him, until things took a dark turn. Miller ended up walking away from the franchise, later revealing that working with Ryan was impossible. One thing is certain, their golden image is cracking. And once it shatters completely, there might not be a way to put it back together. What do you think? Drop a comment below and let's discuss.